Everyone, and welcome to the behind the scenes video for Down Low, where I will show behind the scenes footage, I will reveal how I made the video, and I'll also talk about some of the thematic elements and the meanings of the songs, because I did have a lot of people who are like, yeah, I didn't understand what all the bubbles were about. But first things first, we are going to start with how I turned this room into my bubble wrap room, and this is how I did it. Okay, so we are here trying to build our set for the music video. I have no idea this is going to go, but this is... I'm filming the behind the scenes and I've got a whole bunch of ideas, but I don't know. Right now I'm getting bubble wrap and I'm going to have basically a bubble wrap room that's going to be lit up. We'll see how that goes. You might be asking why I'm doing this. Well, for one, I need the set to look like not an apartment wall, which it clearly is. I have another issue with light coming in from that window, so I put up some black tablecloth. Although I have a very low budget for this, I also tried to find items that I could reuse and repurpose later, and bubble wrap is definitely one of those things that I could decorate with and then just send out with eBay packages. I'm actually doubling down on the bubbles, so I've got a bubble wrap room and I've also got a bubble machine. I'm just gonna go wild. Okay, so we're looking at what I just set up. I just wrapped, and I basically created my whole room with the floors and all of the blue lights that I covered. They're basically all of those puck lights. And then what I had from viewing this side, I had a couple of major lights in front of me that were all covered in blue as well. I removed some of them. I bought 10 packs of these 3 LED lights, and then I spent over $120 buying all the AAA batteries for all the lights, and then I come to find out that they're all included. Testing height. Let's turn on the bubble machine. Ready? Needs to be closer. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look how fucking... It needs to be closer, doesn't it? Yeah, okay. Jesus Christ, turn it off. If anybody's curious how I made my lights, was basically I took our regular puck lights that are white or silver LEDs, and I wrapped them in blue wrapping paper from Michaels that you could buy for a couple of bucks. But I don't recommend it because it literally took me hours to do all 30 of those lights, and it's a real pain in the ass. And I also had to cover it like 6 times because the shade was too white and I had to get it more blue. So, cheap, but don't recommend. Gotta get the hair going. Gotta get the hair going. The bubbles go. The bubble machine really made that video work. And this light right here, which was actually the brightest of all my backup lights, it started having this strobe effect in the middle of one of the shots, and it made it look so epic. Guys, it is 4:10 in the AM and I just finally wrapped. This took me hours. I shopped all day, and then I got home at about 9 and I set it up from 9 to about 1 AM. I almost didn't get to start recording until 2 in the morning. So I got 2 hours of work in, but oh my gosh. But it's gonna look so cool. I'm serious. It's gonna look so cool. I can't wait for you to see it. I'm excited. Okay. I need to sleep. I've had a lot of caffeine. I don't know how I'm going to sleep. Actually, I slept like a baby. It was fine. How did I come up with the rest of the footage? Okay, well, 50% of the footage was from Pexels.com. It's all royalty-free stock photos and videos. The rest came from YouTube and 2 shots from Twitter. Okay, so now for the big reveal. All right, Down Low is a song about social disconnection and dehumanization. In Ken Burns' documentary, The Vietnam War, there was a Vietnam vet that talked about the veneer of civilization. that humans have a very thin layer that keeps them civilized, and when that wears thin, they can behave like animals and are capable of extreme violence. Bubbles are an innocent, childlike metaphor of that layer, of the illusion of security or stability or sanity. And when that bubble pops and our echo chamber that we live in pops, we can't handle it. We don't know how to resolve conflict. We can't communicate to each other. We decide to avoid each other on social media or in real life, that we choose things in life, social media and whatnot, to distract ourselves from other humans. And it's these habits of avoidance and distraction and non-communication that I believe are the root causes of almost all of our problems in society. And they're not getting better, they're getting worse. And so Down Low is basically an expression of people who are totally unaware of what the real causes are and what the real problems are, and that they don't care. And then there's also a metaphor of down low as in like people who just keep their head buried in the sand, or people who don't want to deal with it or think it's not their problem that they live in a society that produces mass murderers more than any other culture, and that they spend most of their time praying to God to fix it as opposed to doing the things that they can do every day to change. I like to write songs that have multiple meanings, and I feel like this song, when you break down the lyrics, has a lot of different interpretations. But the last thing I wanted to include was that nobody's really exempt from this, that we're all fully capable of destruction, and that we're all kind of collectively responsible for the society that we live in or that we perpetuate. So there you have it. That was the behind the scenes of Down Low and the meaning of the bubbles and the whole thing. I hope you enjoyed this, and feel free to like and or subscribe. There will be another video in just a couple of weeks when the next single comes out.